Mr. Jacklich, what's going on over there today in Pontiac, Michigan at the world famous? And the only reason it's world famous is because you've made it so ever since you got there.
Wow.
A few months ago, the world famous Wesson Lawn Tennis Club. What's up there, dude?
Hey, it's kind of a muggy day here. No surprise, Midwest, right? That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
We had a freak rain come in last night that was totally not on the radar because I normally check the hourly radar every day, and all of a sudden around 8 o'clock last night it started raining. And it rained pretty significantly. It wasn't like storming, but it just rained for a while. So no grass today.
Yeah.
But it's a Tuesday, and so it's usually kind of slow anyway, so not a big deal. So.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, here we are.
Radar. I guess that's not an exact science.
No, it's grass court in the Midwest is a little bit of a fickle mistress,
Ooh, the worst kind. I like my mistresses a little bit more predictable. Did I say that? Anyway, don't start any rumors.
No.
Well, I'm here in Denver, Colorado. Been here for a couple of days. You said today's Tuesday as we're recording. This is actually coming out, I think, on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I got in here Sunday night, shot 50 videos yesterday, Jeff.
How is that possible?
Well,
Brent?
When we actually organized this thing, I was looking at my video guys that I hired, and I said to myself, how are they going to pull this off? And it came off like clockwork because of all the pre-production, of all the planning that we did.
Yeah.
Which
awesome.
is, not that I'm using this as a segue to promote our new singles senior playbook. That's.
But go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Fine. I will.
Permission granted.
Thank you. But I think one of the big things that we talk a lot about in becoming a better player, whether it's singles or whether it's doubles, is doing some recon, right? Is sort of kind of planning what's going to, what you might be able to do in this upcoming match. And for this video shoot, 50 videos, yeah, they're all short little, 3-minute videos, YouTube videos for the Web Tennis channel to help players with their topspin serve. Still, if I had gone out there yesterday with this video crew and just said, well, let's kind of see how this works. We would have maybe gotten through 5. So, right. And these guys actually really did a good job of sort of, holding my feet to the fire for the last couple of weeks going, look, you got to make sure that once we start rolling, that there's no creative license available to anybody.
Right.
Jeffrey. And for those of you who maybe
what did he mean by that?
Don't know the great Jeff Jacklich too well, he does have a little side of that noggin over there that is very creative, and sometimes I have to reel him in a little bit just to get him back in. So, but anyway, what I want to talk about today, and guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. Another episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast. Something that Jeff and I want to chat with you about. One thing that could really help you become a better player. It's super obvious, but enough players don't really do that. And that's one way that you could really separate yourself from the rest of the pack. Because trying to be just part of the pack, to me, is not the mindset that's going to help you reduce your skill level range, right? Because the rest of the pack one day can play great and the next day not. The guys who are really separating themselves, they're constantly playing at the top of their skill level range. Right. And I think that everyone kind of knows by now, this is episode number 214, what we're here to help you do is to help you reduce that skill level range. And that's where you build confidence, right? I mean, the top guys who have separated themselves, they've got confidence. One of the things for me is and by the way, as I mentioned before, the Senior Singles Playbook, we are coming out with it next Monday. And I'm gonna lay a date on us. What is that? Today's the 13th. Today's a Tuesday. We record this 12th. The 19th. Is that right?
Oh, well, it was the 22nd. That was
Okay.
the date we were talking about. So, which is
Anyway.
Thursday the 22nd.
All right, darn it. Anyway, it's coming out soon. But and one of the things that we've got.
Brent, you're so cute when you get excited.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, cute. That's great. I want to know that. How can anyone 70 years old be cute? No, they can't. You can't be cute. But one of the pieces that we want to get to you with the senior singles playbook is kind of one of those things that separates you from the rest of the pack, and that is the fitness component, right?
Yep.
And I hope we're doing more than just giving lip service to it. I hope, and so one of the little bonuses we've got in the offer that we're to make you for the senior singles playbook is my top 10 training drills. And you and I were just we were just talking before we started the recording about what, and you even suggested, Jeff, well, that should be bonus number 11. I mean, that should be not bonus, but that should be training drill number 11. So, and this might sound kind of goofy, but I think it adds a little 1% every time you do this.
Right.
So I'll let you go ahead and tee it up.
So, well, the mystery question is, what is it that you do?
Yeah,
What's the extra besides the 10 things, right? Your routine, right? Because we're gonna show them your routine.
Yeah.
And the question is what's the extra thing that's going to separate you from the pack?
Well,
right. So what's one of the things that you do that separates you from the pack?
Okay. And so the question is, and then I'll share a little story. So the question is, where do you park when you go play your tennis? Where do you park? And that might sound like a goofy question, but I park up on Alvarado Road. And Alvarado Road, in relation to the Berkeley Tennis Club, is a little bit of a hike, right? And so the other day I was chatting with one of our students, a guy named Tim, and I ran out of time. I said, "Hey Tim, man, like I got to scoot. I got to, He says, "Well, it's okay if I walk you to your car." I said, "Great, that's fine." So we walk out.
Didn't know what he was getting into.
He didn't know he'd need pitons and ropes. So
that's right.
And oxygen canisters. But so anyway,
rappel up the side of the Claremont Hotel to get to my car.
So anyway, we walk out of the club and we start walking up Tunnel Road. And he's kind of, he thought we'd walk out of the club and turn down Tunnel Road. But no, we turn up Tunnel Road and then we go up a little bit and then we turn into the hotel, the Claremont Hotel parking lot. And I think he even said, "Oh, well, is there a spot here you can park in the hotel?" And I said, "I don't know, but that's not where I park." So you walk through the hotel, and all this is pretty severely slanted going up.
I know it well.
Okay. And then you go across the parking lot, and then there's a set of stairs. Not many, but there's a set of stairs that I'm taking two at a time. I said, "Come on, Tim, let's go." And he's doing single. He says, "Oh," so we go two at a time. I said, "Yeah." And then there's a steep path that you go up some more, and then there's another set of stairs. And I'm saying, "Come on, we're doing these two at a time." So we get to the top, and he's kind of going, "Wow, you do this every time?" I go, "Every time I play or work out at the club, I park here." And he goes, "Why?" I said, "Because, Tim, I feel like I get a little extra 1% workout from whatever I've just done."
It's why 10 gold balls, baby.
So anyway,
I mean, come on.
So I think that's one of the ways that we can separate ourselves is what little extra thing are you doing,
right,
that maybe no one else is doing, and it could be just where you park your car. And it could be that if the club and where you park is all on a flat surface, then rather than parking in front of the club, why don't you park 4 blocks away? Right? I mean, get a little extra. If nothing else in the beginning, it's a nice little warm up as you kind of, I feel like I get a great little warm up because I kind of tippy-toe down the stairs and the walk and the other set of stairs to kind of get going.
Yeah.
when I go
I
to
like
club.
the fact, though, that the end of the day is when you got to make the hike up the hill, though, where it takes that extra effort to mentally and have the discipline to say, no, I'm going to do this because this is why I park here.
That's right. And there are some days, I tell you, Jeff, I go up there and I just go, God dang it, man. Because I can feel it. I go, that was really a great workout at the club today because I'm just barely getting up there. But I get up there and I just realize, nah, this is an extra 1%. So look, there's lots of other ways that we can do 1%. Just around the house.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I look at garden work or a little chore here and there where I used to, my beautiful, Bunchy would tell me, would you mind, and by the way, we have a live connection here, and I don't know if you can hear me, but your eyes were completely shut.
I got you.
Okay. Anyway, but Mai will ask me to do something, and where in the past I used to kind of dread it, which was, it's going to be 90 minutes of yard work. I now go, I'll bet this will be a little extra 1%. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Right.
And then sometimes well, I'm just thinking other times she wants to walk Bubba up, the Redwood Canyon, which is a steep hike, gorgeous, going through redwood trees. It's right outside.
Right.
You got to drive there, but it's close to our house. And I used to go, I'm good, babe. Go ahead. And now I go, extra 1%. Why not? So anyway,
why not?
What were you about to say?
Well, I think that's so that's kind of like the physical side of it, right? That extra effort to do that extra. What is that 1%? And we can do it the same thing too with our diet, right? How we're eating, and maybe that 1% is I drink my coffee with half and half in it every day. And so if you figure out how to drink your coffee without half and half in it, you might drop you could drop probably 5 pounds in 30 days.
Yeah.
Just by eliminating that one thing out of your diet.
Right.
And I know this for a fact because I've seen players around me, I've suggested it, and they go, oh my God, Jeff, I'm 3 weeks in, I'm starting to be okay with black coffee, but I no sugar, no half and half, and I've dropped 4 pounds.
Sure.
And so those are the types of things that all this suggests is that, what is that 1%? And so now all of a sudden, if I'm doing 1% on the physical thing, 1% on the diet thing, 1% mental emotional thing, whatever that might be, where all of a sudden I've put together 4 or 5% of an effort that really took less than 1% to put in.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's
to
right.
extract the bonus out of it, So I think
well, look,
players need to really take a look at the
what's the
landscape.
great question that the British crew coach asked his guys when they
Right.
left training every day? When you're going by the pub, ask yourself, will this make the boat go faster?
Right.
And if you don't think it'll make the boat go faster, then you could say that
Yeah.
with a half and half in your coffee. Will this make the boat go faster? I don't think so.
Right.
So, all right.
Yeah,
Well, listen, guys,
I think
good.
so.
Ask yourself that question every time you decide to get that second helping of Yorkshire pudding. Will it make the boat go faster?
The extra cookie.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Another episode of Gold Ball Hunting Podcast. If you're looking for ideas for that 1%er, there's one big thing in your game that maybe is holding you back from getting the result you want, then you know what? Just go ahead and Jeff and I are offering a free 10, 15-minute coaching call that it's private. It's on the phone, just 3 of us. Did I mention free? I think I did. No charge.
I think you did.
And to get onto that call is just go over to goldballhunting.com. If you haven't already signed up for our email list, and you'll get access to our online calendar scheduler where you can cherry pick a date and time that works best for you. If you're already on our list, well done. Any of the emails you get from us, there's a link that will take you to that scheduler. Jeff, right now is the time. What do we want the fine folks to do right now?
Like us, share us, please subscribe. Let us know what you think down below.
Outstanding. Guys, get out there. Make it the 1%. Maybe it's just helping someone else have a spectacular day. Whatever it is, get out there and have a great day. We'll do this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.